Hi everybody, it is November and you know what that means, Thanksgiving, and I wanted to film a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner look for you. I kept it nice and warm like you know we would, and everyone loves a nice warm look for Thanksgiving. I used Natasha Denona, I used MAC, I used Sephora, I used Anastasia Beverly Hills. I used a lot of products that I always had in my collection, and I've really enjoyed creating this look for you guys, and I hope you like it. If you want to see how I did it, please keep watching, and also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okie dokie. So we'll start off this look with a little primer because we want the makeup to last the whole day, right? Cooking and baking, all the fun things that we do on Thanksgiving. So we want the makeup to last, and this is a very good primer. It grips the makeup, it makes it last all day. Beautiful stuff. Okay, for foundation today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy makeup. It has a beautiful finish and the color matches me perfectly right now. So let's begin. What is everybody's plans for Thanksgiving? Is anyone going anywhere? Is anyone having family over? What are your plans? I want to know. I'm staying home. I'm gonna have friends over. We're gonna do a little Friendsgiving. My family still lives in New York and they're not going to be coming out this year. Last year I had my mom here with my dad and my aunt who was visiting from Belarus, believe it or not. She came to visit me and that was very nice. I haven't seen her for about 5 years. She's my mom's sister. I love her. She was here last year. I'm sad my parents won't be here for Thanksgiving, but it is what it is. You know, when you move away from family, it happens. But I'm glad I have wonderful friends that I could share this holiday with. For concealer, I'm gonna use the MAC. I'm always trying not to get too much out. MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and C20, that's my color. And I'm going to mix it with a little bit of primer. I like to do that. Mix, 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 mix. And then I'll put it on with my finger. I don't want too much on. And blend it out with my beauty blender. Got it a little bit in my eye. See, that's what years of complaining people about this concealer, and not the concealer itself but the pump, because it's super concentrated, so you get a lot of color payoff on it, but it doesn't pump out a little bit, you know. It pumps out quite a lot and it's always such a waste. But it's okay. First world problems, am I right? We will deal with it, but I figured MAC would like pick up on all the complaints throughout the years. I don't know. Wishful thinking? Maybe. All right. So that is my concealer. I'm not going to be setting it quite yet. I will do that in a little bit. Let's move on to the bronzer. So I'm keeping my look fairly warm. And my bronzer, I'm going in with my Merit bronzing stick in Siene for my cream bronzer. It is in my project. I don't really do project pen, but it's in my 2-pan little bag that I have. So I actually finally gave up on my NARS bronzer because I feel like it went off a little bit. I have a little bit of a rash here, and I feel like it's from the bronzer. Brush. Okay. So I finally gave it up and put it in my empties. There was just a little bit left around like the rim, so I didn't feel too bad. But it was time to give it up. And now I'm gonna use up what I have before I buy. I will probably end up repurchasing the NARS one because I love it so much. It was just a perfect shade for me, but I cannot justify buying anything new as far as cream bronzers go because I just have so much. So I'm going to use up at least 2 more. I'm looking at the viewfinder. I'm going to use up at least 2 more cream bronzers that I have before I allow myself to buy the NARS cream. Okay, for my cream blush today, I'm going to go in with this beautiful MAC Pinch of Marrakesh Glow Play Cushion bronzer. It's just such a fall-y, beautiful blush. And I believe it's going to be great for this look. I'm keeping it warm, as I've said before, because it is fall and we're playing with all these, you know, gorgeous fall colors, even though it feels like summer where I am, but I like to pretend it's fall. We're about to have a cold front come through, which I am very much looking forward to. Look how pretty that is. Okay, look at that, gorgeous. I'm going to keep it at that for now. I'm going to keep it at that for now. After I put on the rest of my face, I will see if I need to add a little more. And then I will do my highlighter. Well, actually, let me do it right now. So I'm going to go in with my Danessa Myricks on my Beauty Blender. I'm going to use the cleaner side. I'm just going to put a little bit. I just love this Lowlighter rather. It is so beautiful. Look at that. Oh. And it just works so nicely with any look on, to be honest with you, any look. But I felt like it will be beautiful here. So that's it for my cream products on the face. I'm going to go into my eyes. I'm gonna let it marinate on my face a little bit, and we'll do eyes and then we'll go back and finish off the face. Okay, for the eyes, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette. Everybody knows what it looks like, this beautiful baby. And I'm wanting to work with like these more, the warmer side, because it actually has like a cool side a little bit here, neutral, and then the warmer side, and I want to work with these. So we'll start off with where's my blending brush? Here we go. We'll start off with Ripe right here, and we will put that in our crease everywhere. Okay, I wanted to ask everyone. So we all know Thanksgiving, you know, we have our traditional dishes, right? We have our cornbread, we have our you know, casseroles or whatnot, you know, sweet potato, this, that. Does anyone make, you know, like their, what's the right phrase I'm looking for? So besides the traditional American dishes, does anyone make like family favorites, you know, that are not necessarily like Thanksgiving traditional dishes? What I mean is, if you are not originally from the United States, like I'm not originally from the United States, and we have our own dishes that we add to the table of traditional American Thanksgiving dishes, right? But if you are, you know, born and raised and generationally from the United States, do you add any other dishes that are not traditionally meant for Thanksgiving? That's what I want to know. Me, we add, okay, just wanted to show you. This is the shade Ripe all over. And then I'm going to go in to probably Fervor, which is this one right here. And I'm going to put it on the outside and the inner corner while we discuss. So for me, some non-traditional, we make all the traditional dishes because I love them. I grew up in America, even though I wasn't born here. I did grow up here. My kids were born here. My husband was born here. So I do make all of the traditional dishes. And you know, my friends are all American, so they'll be coming here, and I always make traditional dishes. But besides that, I make some of our former USSR. I say that because you will find these on most former USSR republic tables. Like you will find this in a Ukrainian family, you will find this in a Belarusian family, you will find it in a Russian family, on the Russian family's table. And you know, nobody will everybody will say it comes from them, but it's just a former USSR dish. So one of them will be, it's called shuba, but we call it, it's like a fur coat. And you would say herring under the fur coat. Sounds nasty. And if you ever saw it, my husband cannot eat it, but he doesn't like herring. I do. And most of my Slavic people like it. So basically it's beets, mayo, onion, potatoes, herring, and carrots. And you put it in layers, and that's what we have on our table. I know, it sounds not appetizing, but you know, you had to work with what you had back in the day. And it is actually quite delicious if you have it like with a piece of dark pumpernickel bread. Delicious. Okay, moving on to a darker color. I want to use, let me get a different brush. I want to use this one also in the outer corner and the inner corner, but you know, we're trying to create like a gradient going from darkest to lightest and then to the shimmers, right? Or the glowy, the foil shadows. So we'll do a little bit all the way in the corner. I don't know. And on the outer corner. I absolutely love a halo eye. I know they're not in anymore, but I like what I like. And you don't, you know, if you want to recreate this look, you don't have to do the inner corner stuff. You could just do whatever's on the outer corner and it'll still look absolutely beautiful in my humble opinion. Anyway, and then, you know, once you apply, you blend, 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 blend. Make sure everything is blended. We don't like harsh lines on this channel. We don't like harsh lines, and we don't like different color ears. And then add a little bit at a time because it is a dark color, you know. You could always add more, but you can not take away, is the rule of thumb. Another dish that we like, well, I like, my family, my oldest son likes it, but my husband does not, is a weird one, another weird one, but you know, it is traditional for us, mostly on like New Year's and stuff, but, and I'm probably not gonna make it on Thanksgiving, but I will for sure for New Year. Is something, it's a meat jelly. You have to cook like pork bones or chicken bones, it's usually pork, for many, many hours until it releases all the gelatin from it, and then like you put meat in there, carrots, whatever, whatever, and it solidifies into a jello. So in English it's called aspic, but in Russian it's called холодец, and it's a delicious dish to me. Okay. In the center, I'm going to put this one. It's called Phenomena, all over the center. And I'm going to use my finger because I feel like the payoff is a little bit better. Gorgeous. And then I'm going to use a flat brush to help blend it together. If I can ever find a flat brush in my brushes. Alrighty, so I'm gonna just blend that out a little bit in the corners. And it's like I should have moved you in a little bit sooner, but it's a little bit of a duochrome color. I don't know if you can tell. So let's go in and add a little more of our blending fervor color in the corner. And then let's go in and do it on the other side. And blend it in. Okay, and then I will blend out this side so that it's not with fervor, so that it's not, you know. Okay, and then I'm going to put more of the darker color in there for the dimension. I am feeling this look. I love a warm look, we all know that, but this is coming out gorgeous. And I want to do, like, when I open my eyes, you could see that there's not much color here, so I'm going to add a little more. I always do that. I always have to add a little more to this eye because it's a little more hooded than this one. You could tell. You see, like when I look straight forward, this has a little bit more space than this one, so I have to always put a little more color up here. Okay, had to take a little coughing break. And in the center, I think I'm going to use, let's see, Snug or Fancy. Sometimes what I like to do is I'll put a little bit of the center color on my hand over here, and then I'll like try a different color. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Fancy. And I'm just gonna put a tiny little bit in the center. A tiny, tiny little bit. Just to lighten it up a little bit. Because it is, after all, a halo eye. Okay. That, my friends, is that. Let me move you back. Hello. And I'm just going to, underneath, I'm not going to do a halo underneath. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of the fervor, and I'm going to blend it out. I don't want it to have like a full halo underneath because I feel like it might be a little too much. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to put fervor underneath, and I'm going to blend it out. And that will be that. For the eyes, I'm going to blend it out. I am absolutely loving the way this eye came out. It's such a beautiful sunsetty folly eye. Okay, I'm going to go do my eyebrows and my mascara off camera, and I'll be right back. So, eyebrows and mascara is done. I need a little more color on my cheeks because the eyes are so bright. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder bronzer, and it's my Terra Tom Ford. I'm almost done with this baby too. I'm very excited about that. So I'm gonna add a little bit. At one point it's just gonna start cracking, you know, and that's when you know it's done. I've had this one for years and I'm finally almost done with it. Okay. And I think ears. Okay, well, that's that, and I'm going to add more blush. Make it a little brighter, little brighter. I love the color of this blush. It's such a, I know reds are in right now, but this is such a beautiful, like terracotta, burnt red blush, just a little. And you could see the Danessa Myricks still showing through, but I want to put on a little highlighter, more highlighter, because, you know, glowing to the gods, as I like to do. I'm still very old school about that. So I'm using a Natasha Denona I Need a Glow, just a tiny little bit right here and underneath my brow. Okay. And a little bit over here. Old school. Okay, let's move on to the lips. For lips, I'm going to go in with Bobbi Brown lip pencil in Coca. Sorry, I cannot talk through this. My lips have a weird shape, like this side goes straight up and this one goes out. So I have to maneuver, finagle, whatever you like to call it. Fill a little in over here on this lip. Okay. For my lipstick, I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in Hush Pink. I haven't used this in a while. It's such a pretty peachy lipstick. And even though it's like a matte color, it's still super creamy and doesn't really dry out your lips. So it is peachy, right? And I have oranges on, so to tone the peach of it a little bit down, even I like the peach tone, but to tone the peach tone down tiny little bit, I'm gonna put on top the Outrageous lip gloss, lip plumper, the Sephora one in 08, and it's gonna make it and gave it a little bit of that brown tone, and together it just looks so pretty. And guys, this is it for my Thanksgiving dinner look, fall look. I hope you liked it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Bye.